Hey, how's everybody doing today? Hey, I thought I'd come at you and talk a little bit about the 5 things that we couldn't live without in our kitchen. Figure with Black Friday coming up, that these are 5 things. If you don't have them in your kitchen, I think you should consider looking for. Some of these things are really inexpensive. Some are a little more expensive. So it really depends on where you are. And these are things, I'm going to put them in kind of an order, 5 to 1. And then I have a couple of bonus ones at the very end I think that you may be interested in as well. These are things, like I said, for me, in my ketogenic journey, my health journey, trying to get well, trying to make myself live a nice, long, healthy life as I get older, get closer to that retirement age. So I think these are things that you may be interested in. So the first thing I'm going to bring up is a dash. So everybody knows about the mini dash. I got to tell you, so when I cook chaffles, and that's what I use this for. If you haven't seen it before, it's a 4-station chaffle, and it actually has overflows on it as well, which really helps with the cleanup and managing and taking care of it. So this is our number 5. So when we make chaffles, and it depends on the type of chaffle we make, because we make several different kinds depending on what you want to make. But when we make chaffles, we generally don't make just 1 or 2. And that's the trouble with the mini dashes. It's nice just to make 1 or 2 chaffles. But when you want to make a whole mess, because chaffle is just something you can freeze, and we got a bunch of them in our freezer. If that's something that you want to do and you're going to make chaffles, just might as well make a whole mess of them, freeze them, and then you have them. And you can make them as a bread substitute. You can make them as like an egg breakfast sandwich, or egg, egg and cheese with some bacon in it or something like that. So you can just heat them up and have them for breakfast in the morning, or grab and go, or take to work with you and eat them at work, whatever it is. But we like to make more than 1 chaffle. So this is my number 5. Again, it's a little bit more expensive than a mini, because a mini is what, $9-10, and this is probably a little more than that. So this is something I would look for on Black Friday if you're out there and if you make chaffles and if you love chaffles as much as I do. This is definitely one of those things that you should have in your house and use all the time. So again, every couple of weeks we'll make a whole mess of chaffles, and we'll put them in the freezer, and then we have them, right? So and then we just pull them out as we need. We keep a bag of 4 or 5 of them together, and we pull the bag out, and then we'll use them out throughout the week. So really great idea. I love making chaffle pizzas, and if you haven't seen that video, go over there and check that video out. I'll put a link up there. But really good idea. I love it. I'll put a link down below to all these things as well, at least what I see, so you can kind of go check them out and see if they have them on sale or not on the link. I don't know whether they will or not, but it's definitely something worth looking for, I'll tell you. So these are, like I said, these are really nice. It has a little lock in it. It has the lights on the top, so when you know when it's hot and when it's done and all that good stuff. So that would be my number 5. I'm going to set that on the counter behind me, so make some room here. And then my number 4 is something that you know that I cook all the time. I don't have big expensive tools or big expensive appliances, and I don't think you need them, right? I think they're nice to have and everything, but this is a really my number 4 is really simple and easy. It's a Hamilton Beach hand mixer, right? This has multiple speeds in it. It has the turbo boost in it, and it has, these come out really easy as well. So my number 4 would just be a hand mixer. I will put a link down for all over it. Pretty inexpensive, not the greatest. We've had this for a long time, and so if you buy one, and it doesn't have to, like I say, it doesn't have to be a $100 hand mixer or an $80 hand mixer. You can find them for 20 bucks, and if you can get something like the Hamilton Beach ones, they're pretty inexpensive. So if you can get a hand mixer, I use it to mix all kinds of stuff. You see me cooking all the time with it. We probably use this every week. Everything from cheesecakes to all kinds of brownies to cookies to you name it, and we mix it. Right? So this is something I use all the time. Great tool. Pretty inexpensive. Again, I'll put the link down below. I'm going to set that one over here as well. And then, of course, the next one. This is one that I use every day. I couldn't live without. This is my number 3. This is a frother. If you don't know what it is, it's a frother. So what it is I use to mix coffee, drinks, and that kind of stuff. It has a little thing on the end here. You grab it and it spins. You hear it. You hear that little noise. So once you have one of these, and I tell you, you stir your coffee with it, you will never stir your coffee again with a spoon. So this will stir your coffee better than any spoon can. You know that I put coconut cream in my coffee, and with a spoon it just doesn't get it smooth, and if you don't use a frother it just doesn't mix right. So you have to use one of these. So this is an item that I use every day, probably multiple times during the day. So it's something that if it broke, I would get another one the next day. I would order it and have it delivered overnight. So because I use it that much that I couldn't live without it. So really good tool. Really inexpensive. They're like $10. They last forever. I think I've had this one for 2 or 3 years now, and I just replaced the batteries in it. Really simple to replace the batteries. Pop it out. One battery, one AA battery goes in it. I will tell you, when you put that new battery in there, watch out when you stir your drink, right? So, because it really mixes the drink. So that's number 3. Really cool. I'll put the link down for this one down below. Like I said, I love it. It comes in multiple colors and stuff. So it's really whatever you'd like to have. Frother is one of those big things, like I said. And another thing that I use is, this is a cheap scale. Again, I think you need a scale. If you're doing some kind of a weight loss or coming to weight management, you need a scale, right? You need to weigh your food out. You got to kind of get an idea of what the portion sizes are. And I will tell you, when somebody says, oh, I'm going to put 1 ounce of cheese in there, and if you weigh the cheese out versus just taking a guess at it, I think you're going to be surprised. So we do use this. I use it for most of my cooking. I use it on a lot of my weighing out foods when I'm doing my macros and everything else. I'm not going to say I use it as much as I should. I probably should weigh out my food more than I should. But it's something that we use almost on a daily basis. Again, this one here is pretty cheap, pretty inexpensive. I think that's all you really need. You don't need to go out and buy a $100 scale, right? So I think that it's something easy and efficient, and that's all you really need. So really good idea. Again, I'll put the link down below. Has a really nice, easy to read LED light on the front of it. It goes into units, it goes grams, kilograms, goes pounds and ounces, goes ounces, and then it goes milliliters as well. So really cool. You put the item on here, you just put the Terra and it scales it out to 0, right? So pretty cool, easy to use. It's something I would recommend, especially if you're trying to really understand what you're eating and how much you're eating, and you know what especially if you're on a plateau and you're trying to figure out those stalls and what are the issues. You may find out that you're overeating your food that you have. The next one is another one that I would, if this broke today, I would order another one like this afternoon, and I would try to get one here by tomorrow. So again, this is just a standing mixer. We use this and make bread every week, that protein sparing egg white bread. We make several other things with it. It comes with some attachments. Again, not an expensive one. Hamilton Beach, right? So pretty inexpensive. I think that this is like $80 or something like that when we bought it. I've had this for 2.5 years now. It does. I just have it here because we had just recently used it for making some bread. We made 2 loaves of protein sparing modifying breads yesterday, so that's why it's out here. It does have 2 other mixers with it, so if you're baking cookies or something of that nature, so it has a little, but it whips up the bread so much better than what I could do. And it has 7 different settings on it. And it has that gradual where it goes up and down, so that you can really get it mixing a little bit, so you don't have that big poof of dust. And then you can really get it going and really mix it. So when you're making whipped cream, or you're making something, kneading something for some other method, or whipping something like we're whipping the egg whites to stiff peaks or soft peaks. You'll see me doing that in several different recipes. When you're making a cake, to everything to making the bread. So really something I couldn't live without is this thing here. And to do it with a hand mixer is really, really tough. This does it in half the time that a hand mixer will do it. And it just does a great job. Again, nothing expensive, really, really cheap. Something I would go look at. So this is my number 2 item that I would have. I would put together, and I would really think about getting. If you don't have a standing mixer, you don't, like I said, you don't have to go out and buy a really expensive one. I would love to spend $500 on one of the KitchenAid ones, but I don't have $500. And I'm going to tell you, this is the best $89 I think I bought it for. Investment. Like I said, I've used it for 2.5 years, and we use it at least once or not twice a week, baking stuff. So really, really great product, great tool to use. Something again that we use all the time. So again, I'll put a link down there below for that as well, so you can kind of look at it and shop around, because there's going to be a lot of Black Friday sales. I know from one of the other things I'm looking for is a coffee pot, or whatever you want to call it, coffee maker. So we're thinking about it. So my number one purchase, or the number one thing that I think every kitchen should have, and I think you should look for on a Good Friday. This is a Ninja extra large Foodi grill, 6-in-1 extra large. We use this 2 or 3 times a week. We grill on it. We bake with it. Let's see all the features. It grills, it bakes, it air fries, it broils, it dehumidifier. I've never used a dehumidifier on it though. But we use the other 5 functions on it pretty regularly. Pretty cool. Has a couple different attachments. It has this grill base in it, and then it has another thing for like when you're cooking vegetables and stuff in there that you want. You can see that it's well used. We've had this for over 2 years as well. We use it, like I say, 3 times, maybe 4 times a week. It's a lot easier to pull out, heat up, and use versus using an oven or the stove. It's really easy to clean. We could put it out on the patio, and you can use it on the patio, so we can grill on the patio if we're grilling something like fish and we don't want the smell in the house. Or we can just leave it inside when the weather is not good or it's cold outside. We can grill inside, or bake inside, or air fry inside, or any of those functions. It's really super easy. It's got a digital readout. I'm not going to turn it on, but it has a digital readout on the front of it so that you can choose the function it was, and then it'll have like the temperature that you want to go to, as well as some other features. It also has, if you want to cook a steak, it has a temperature probe that you'll tell it what you want the steak to cook to, or the meat, and you can plug this into the side of it here. You can plug this into the meat, and it will cook that meat right to the temperature that you want. Really nice, really a great tool, great kitchen appliance that we had. Like I said, we use this all the time. The cleanup on it is pretty easy. It does come with a wire brush that you can clean it with, which is really nice. Then it has, like I said, the easy storage on the side of it for that probe. The top pops out, so for when you're cleaning it. It doesn't get a lot of smoke in the house, so it actually has a filter on there that does filter it out as it pushes the hot air out when you're grilling or the smoke comes out. So it's pretty nice. I really enjoy this. I would say this is my number one kitchen thing in the house. If you don't have a Foodi Ninja grill, especially the 6-in-1, I know they have a new generation out there as well, and this is another thing that we may look at to upgrade to a new generation, because I know they have the new generation out there. It's still the same Foodi Ninja grill 6-in-1, but we're going to actually be looking for another one of these on sale. So we may upgrade, we may not. So we'll see if there's a big enough sale to entice us to do that. These are not that expensive because this is kind of an older model, I guess you would call it. And the older models are pretty cheap for one of these. You can get them refurbished too, or renewed as well, and they work pretty well as well. So I just want one new. But this is something, like I said, we couldn't live without it. we use it like every day, and it's again something that ever broke that we would purchase it again in a heartbeat. We would have it. This is my number one thing in the kitchen that we use and we love to use and will continue to use for many years together. So those were the top 5. So hopefully you go down there and check out those links. Now the 2 bonus ones I want to give you is more not so much in my kitchen, but just for general health. So I want to talk a little bit about, so I've lost about 60 pounds. I continue to work on my health and get healthy. I continue doing my ketogenic journey. I see myself eating this way the rest of my life. And along with that means that I have been starting exercising and I'm working out and I'm doing some other things. So my 2 bonus tips are more the health side of it. So the first one would be to get a Fitbit watch. So this is the Sense Fitbit watch. I would strongly recommend that you get a watch so that it will track your, this helps me track my steps, it helps me track my heart rate, it helps me track my sleep, it helps track me a whole mess of different things. And the app, you can actually track what you eat and what you're drinking for water, all that good stuff like that there as well. I don't use the whole functions the way it should be, but I use it for the steps. I use it to watch my sleep and track my sleep. I use it to watch my heart rate and make sure that my heart rate is good. When I'm exercising, I want to get my heart rate up to a certain point. And it's really good for all that stuff. So I would strongly recommend, and on the health side of it, that you actually look at getting a Fitbit. And if you get a Fitbit, let me know. We do community walk challenges that are work week hustles and stuff like that there. And if you're interested, I have an email down below. You can email me, and maybe we could connect and you could join some of the challenges and stuff that we have on Fitbit. So. And the next one, I'm going to take you on a little bit of a tour. We're actually going to go for a walk because I'm going to show you the next thing that I'm going to say. And this has probably been one of the biggest things in the last few weeks that has impacted my health. So I'm going to take you down there and we're going to show you that. And that will be our bonus number 2. All right, we're down in my garage. And my second bonus would be adjustable weights. So now these are NordicTrack adjustable weights. Now these weights can go anywhere from, I think 10 pounds, 20 pounds, all the way up to 55 pounds. So it depends on where you want to go. Actually, it goes from 10 pounds all the way to 55 pounds. So it depends on where you want to be in your journey. Now, they also have them that only go up to 25 pounds, which are a little less money. But I use these because I want to use them in a variety of ways. Again, 20 pounds right there, simple and easy. Adjust them, pull the pin out, move to the next one, and it goes up to 20 pounds, and so on and so forth. Really great idea. It takes up, I don't have the room in my garage, nor do I want to build a whole gym in my garage. I just want something where I can come down here and work out. It does have a pin in the center of it. Here, so these are the 5 pound increments. So I can go into 5 pound increments, or I can go into a little bit more. Oh, I guess it's one's 2.5 pounds and the other one's 5 pounds. So it adds that. So I can go to 20 to 25 pounds, and so on and so forth. So just a really great tool to have. I do them. I've been using them for a while now. I really like them. I got these for a birthday present. I will tell you that I couldn't live without them. I've been really enjoying them. I've been using them a lot. I work out 3 or 4 times a week in my garage here. Some aerobics, and then I do some weightlifting as well. So this gives me the opportunity and the flexibility of really getting in and getting my muscles engaged and lifting and exercising and really trying to become healthier overall for myself. I'm not looking to become super lean, super muscle, or anything else, but I do want to be strong. I want to be feeling good about myself. And I do like these, and I really like these because of the fact, some exercises you want me you want a really lightweight where you can lift like that there, and not hurt your shoulders or anything else. And then there's going to be other exercises like shoulder lifts where you're going to want to have a heavier weight to lift as well. So really great tool. Like I said, doesn't take up any room. I push them against the wall here. That's where they sit and that's where they belong. I use them, like I said, when I come down or I work out, I'm probably throwing these things around for a half hour, 45 minutes at a time, running through a whole series of exercises. They're a great tool, and then really easy to adjust. Like I said, just that number, that little orange button right here, you just pull it up, move it to the next size, all the way to the end. So you can pull them all up, and pull it again, and it's as easy as that to adjust the weight. So super easy. They were not, I wouldn't say they were cheap, but they're not super expensive like some of the Bowflex and some of the other ones. So really nice. So this will be my bonus number 2. If once you get on your keto journey and you start losing weight and you start wanting to exercise and get in shape a little bit, if you're doing it at home, I would strongly recommend looking into one of these adjustables. And again, do it to what your weights are. I wanted something because when I'm doing my shoulder presses and stuff, I do 35 pounds. So I wanted something that went above the 25 pounds. I know they have a set that goes to 25 pounds, but maybe that's of all you're gonna ever use. If it is, get the ones that are appropriate for you. Don't get the heavier ones. So, all right. So those were the items that I would talk about today. Let's go back up to the kitchen and let's kind of wrap this video up. Again, so those were my 5 things that I would have in my kitchen. I would be looking for on Black Friday or Cyber Monday. That's coming up this week. So those are great things. Check out both of them. Like I said, number 1, look for that 4 shuffle maker at once, that Dash 4 waffle maker, mini waffle maker at once. That would be my number 5. And number 4 would be my hand mixer, right? Just get an inexpensive one that will last you 2 or 3 years, That's all you need. The third one would be my frother, right? So that's something that I would use every day. It sits here. My wife uses it every day to make her tea and mix up her tea with it. And I use it for my coffee. And then number 4 was the standing mixer. And then number 5 was the Foodi Ninja grill, 6-in-1 extra large. So those were the 5 things that I would buy in my kitchen in a heartbeat, and I would never live without them in my kitchen. Would be those things. And then the 2 bonus things is as you're in your journey to get a Fitbit watch or a smart watch that you can actually track your health on. You can track your steps. Really great. It doesn't have to be a really expensive one. I like the Sense one just because it hooks my phone and I get messages and stuff like that as well. So it actually has a smartphone as well. So, or smart watch, I should say, as well. So I like the Sense, really good. I got a great deal on it, and I got it for I think I got it for 40% off or something like that when I bought mine. So look, they have them on great deals on Black Friday. And then the last but not least would be the adjustable weights, the NordicTrack adjustable weights. I love those things. I'm really having a lot of fun with them. I'm feeling really good with them. I'm going to take some pictures of before and after because I'm playing around with those things. And I'm thinking between healthy eating and exercising, that hopefully by next summer I'll be in really good shape. So hopefully we can take some pictures now, and then next summer when we're around the pool, you'll see some pictures of me and we can kind of compare them, right? So hey, if you guys like this kind of video or you're like to see more like this, let me know down below, and we'll do like the top 5 foods that I eat on keto. If that's something that you're interested in, let me know down below. And if you're interested in just watching the channel and seeing what else I come up with, just make sure that you watch the other videos over here like this, or you check out the Allen's Awesome logo over here, and we'll see you in the next video because you guys are awesome.